saw her, and she's out of Evansdale, Iowa.
And
the
some of the best shots of this event come from right here. All the interaction of the riders smiling at the camera, and right here with Hannah Hodges about to hit liftoff there. Good start for Hannah. What a great view, man. This is the coolest shots here from the ranch, and you are right in the middle of it. Number 16, Hannah Hodges, fires out of that gate like a cannon on the Mayflower.
Through the Bell Moto Forest now, Hannah Hodges takes the Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. The number 16 Suzuki out of DeLand, Florida, is going to be the one to beat once more here early on as we head down the short chutes now. We got, looks like, what is that, the number 58. The 58 in this girls 12 to 16-year-old class is Gracie Van Horn. She took second in Moto 1 out of Sundance, Iowa. By the way, she's brought to you by EBR Performance Fly Racing, Henson, and FMF. The 16 of Hannah Hodges, your early leader, is a MAV TV Lucas Oil Farron Racing PR2 suspension and motors backed ride.
How about that? Jamie Robertson back in the number 9 spot.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. She's in the number 9 spot. Good to have her back. She qualified out of that Vietnamese area qualifier they brought in. She made it out of the the Mid-Pacific region there. So good to have her back here. The 58th parallel is no problem anymore. Jamie fixed all the world's problems. Now we go off with that second start. And we'll see. Wow, coming in on the inside, just about snagged that whole shot, number 7. Don't forget, hashtag Loretta's Live or Loretta Lynn MX. Bike number 34 with the whole shot in that second wave of riders, the younger division of women out there.
Taylor Alfred out of Riverton, Utah. She took a 4th place position in Moto number 1. Looks like Jamie Ostadillo out of Quakertown, Pennsylvania, who finished second in Moto number 1, is going to pull up into the point here in the girls 9 to 13-year-old class.
And here they come across the stripe. The girls 12 to 16 whole shot and leader number 16 Hannah Hodges. Gracie Van Horn is second on her Kawasaki. Danielle Griglioetti in that number 3 spot. Shannon Fleming is 4th. Carrie Killebrew is 5th. Here's a drive from Carrie Killebrew. Soraya Pitts is 6th. Shelby Benson is 7th. Suzanne Wilson is 8th. Nicole Voorhees is in the number 9 spot. And Haley Martin rounds out your top 10. Really early, a lot of things that can happen here, but Hannah Hodges is on a roll. Butter her up.
Yeah, no doubt. Look at this this top 10, or actually the top 16, just outside the top 10. Riders all just a few tenths of a second apart. They're in that particular division or that part of the standings. Haley Martin, Valentina Galez, a half a second apart. We've got 6/10 of a second back to Haley Peterman, 3/10 of a second back to Summer Mills, 5/10 to Reagan Wheeler in 14th, 2/10 of a second to Dana Rutter in 15th, 4/10 back to Madison Sequin, who is back in the number 16 spot. Madison, if memory serves me correct, finished 10th in Moto number 1, so she's got a little room to make up as she intends to be consistent in this girls 12 to 16-year-old motos. Girls 9 to 13 should be checking in soon. Jamie Ostadillo up front after grabbing that lead away from your early whole shot award winner.
Rodney, take a listen at the perfectly tuned MAV TV Suzuki. When she comes by, Hannah Hodges, that bike rips. It sounds throaty. It sounds tough. $300 richer. Yeah, she's $300 richer thanks to a protest she was found completely innocent of any infractions there. So when you have a protest here at the ranch, the AMA gets a little bit of money to pay the guys for breaking the bike down, and then she got $300 cash.
Wow. That's something else, man. And like you said, I heard that sound, and I was thinking, man, there's no spits, no sputters, no.
Listen to that thing. That thing sounds mean, dude.
That is awesome.
And she makes it sound even better when she just rips that throttle all the way down, hits the throttle stop.
Is that Chris Durham and the boys over there at PR2 taking care of that kind of technology, I think?
One would think.
Yeah, wow, doing a great job with that. I know that.
Got to see Hannah. She made her first trip all the way over to another major, Mammoth Mountain, all the way from Florida to way up the northern woods of California, and she loved it out there. She was ripping around out there, making that thing sing. And man, the altitude and all that stuff didn't really bother the two-stroke, the jetting there.
Got a great battle shaping up now in the girls 9 to 13-year-old class of Jamie Ostadillo and Jordan Jarvis as Jarvis is trying to fire back. There was about 0.4 of a second. Jasmine Canfield not far off the pace of this one either. She was 0.6 of a second, so a full second back to the
I think the pass got made there.
Yep. So we just seen the pass be made. Jason Wygant.
Yeah, the 46 and the 30. You're watching that on your screen right there. Canfield trying to work her way forward, battling with Jarvis. And Canfield was the one that had this massive moto win streak going back several years, but had a crash in the first moto, set her way back. She's essentially out of title contention, I would think, unless she can really rally here. So there's Canfield in the 46, working her way to the front. Used to be a Yamaha rider, now running the KTM, and now out front in the girls 9 to 13 division. Pull that thing on. Let's really chat. Yeah, we're talking to you, my man Brandon Parrish from Rider Assurance up here. They get a great spot over there by the beach, hanging out in the Crosley radio rig. And I know people hanging out next to you with Rocky Mountain ATVMC also. But you got some serious business that you take care of. Every once in a while it is business. It's not just hanging out here at the ranch.
It's all business here at
Oh,
the
really?
ranch.
Okay.
Yes. A lot of connections being made everywhere.
Good point. Okay, yes. Every minute you're here, you're working in some way or another at the ranch. Right.
100%.
All right, talk about what you guys are. This is really cool. I was talking to you about it while we were talking business.
Right.
And it's essentially a way for riders to get health insurance that even covers them when they're racing, and it's not unbelievably expensive like I thought it would be. I thought, oh, you got to pay like 5 times the premium to be covered as a racer. It doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that I'm actually a brokerage firm. So basically, I'm contracted with the Blue Cross Blue Shields, the Aflacs, the MetLifes, and I can go find you a policy that will cover you on and off the track. So
Yep.
I have a lot of families that don't even race that I take care of too. So
Yeah.
the rider insurance is simply just a perk to where if you go through us, you know you're covered on the track.
Yeah, and you're saying that it's not a big difference, and Jarvis and Canfield still battling as you're watching them here in this 9 to 13 class. This is a good duel. But policy, really the numbers and the figures and how it all works is not really that crazy. You're not picking off-the-wall companies. It's very similar to normal insurance. You just make sure it's the right fit for a rider.
That's exactly right. So whether you ride or not or race, you're going to get the same exact price on a health insurance plan. There's just no hobby or occupational exclusions in the plans that I offer. The life insurance and disability now, those plans are a lot more expensive based on your hobbies and sports and racing. So
Right. Oh, so you're saying it's basically the same price for the straight-up health insurance. Doesn't even make a difference.
it doesn't make one difference.
So if you're going to have health insurance, and everybody should or does, you might as well get it through you so you can guarantee the racing injuries are covered.
Exactly.
Okay, how can they find you and get their hands on some of this information?
Well, riderassurance.com is the best way to get your information, run quotes online, apply online. That'll also put you in contact with me, and then I can help figure out what you have now and see if you do have exclusions in your current plan. And if you do, then we can, quote and compare with some carriers that don't have exclusions.
Or come visit you over at the Crosley rig, right?
Yep, come to the Rider Assurance rig. And then,
I'm telling them what logos they can look for on the outside so they know what to look for.
Yeah.
Right.
yep.
Rider Assurance logos or Crosley logos. A black truck next to Rocky Mountain ATVMC. It's impossible to miss. Come find it.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks.
Stopping by up here in the tower. That's really, I knew about this program for a while, but I didn't even realize that. It doesn't even necessarily cost you any more money for insurance. Why not get covered if you have a big crash out there on the racetrack? There's the 30 of Jordan Jarvis fighting off the challenge from Jasmine Canfield. And, boy, they got some tough customers up against Canfield this year. She had owned this class for a while, but this season they are not intimidated at all. Jarvis had that first moto win, trying to get another one here. Hannah Hodges continues to lead the girls 12 to 16 class. Canfield was only 13th in Moto 1, so I don't think she's a title contender anyway, just because of that bad luck in the first moto. But Jordan Jarvis, she's here to say, I don't care what bad luck anyone had. I'm the best in this class. I'm going to go out and win these motos and make this happen.
Jen Kenyon getting work done anywhere she can. She's on the floor, in the whoops. It doesn't matter. She has got her laptop.
That laptop is just like Big John has that quad surgically implanted into his legs. She's got that laptop surgically implanted onto her forearms. We walked down to dinner last night, and she had the laptop the whole time. Speaking of time, it's time for a break here on RacerTV.com. We'll be right back with more girls class racing after this. On RacerTV.com, we got the girls classes, girls 12 to 16 and 9 to 13, battling it out. Hannah Hodges on the 16, out front on the Farron Racing PR2 MAV TV Suzuki. And
Suzuki.
we had the Suzuki people up here yesterday talking about the reintroduction of the RM85.
Celesta.
Yeah, Celestial, Celestica. We got it right. And they were talking about that RM85 making a return. You can see what that bike looks like, going very, very fast with the 16 of Hannah Hodges on it, the Florida rider. And her lead is about 19 seconds over Danielle Grigoletti. And then Gracie Van Horn in third. Shannon Fleming and Carrie Killebrew, top 5. Valentia Galaz is 6th. Suzanne Wilson, Shelby Benson, Haley Peterman, and Nicole Voorhees round out the top 10. And got some Twitter shout-outs on the screen. Brought to you by RaceTech, so you guys can watch that on
Rodney gets some
RacerTV.com.
You're doing a great job, Rodney. Hey, man, you got that.
Thanks a lot, Joel Jansen 40. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, Rodney just tweeted
that
out
is
a minute
not
ago.
me. That is actually
Did you see Rodney perk up? Wait a
Hey,
minute.
No,
wait a
what I
minute.
perked up about was that's actually one of the ATV
buddies.
National Motocross stars' dad. He's going to be down here next week for Dirt Days.
Yep.
Cody Jansen, he was an AMA. Actually, he's the top
that.
AMA pro, ATV pro.
Loretta Lynn is the track you take home to mom and dad.
Very
it's
nice.
soft and sweet in all the right places.
Exactly.
Best tweet of the day right there.
Yeah. I'm going to head down toward the podium area. White flag is out for Hannah Hodges and the rest of the gang here in the girls' classes. Boy, is she fast.
She is over the tunnel of love. Stay away from that West Cane. And she is charging behind the billboards into the Yamaha mechanics area and into that Bell Helmets sweeper down to the Cometic right-hander before the GoPro 10 Commandments.
Bell Moto Forest.
The Bell Moto Forest. There you go. It is. It's the Bell Moto Forest.
Hey, you know, we were talking about the Dirt Days here next weekend, not this coming weekend, but a week from this weekend. Just want to let folks know that RacerTV.com will be broadcasting Saturday live pro racing action beginning, I believe, at 3 o'clock local time or 2:30 local time. A week from this coming Saturday, it'll be ATV Motocross. If you want to check that out live, we invite you folks to tune in there as well as we roll through this RacerX virtual trainer last lap now here on Loretta's Live. And the 16 of Hannah Hodges motors her way through that GoPro 10 Commandments section on the way home to another
this
win.
last lap, that's what that RacerX virtual trainer, the website's all about, fitness and keeping you strong on that last lap. And no better sponsor than, and no better way of sponsoring the last lap of a race when it's the most competitive, the hardest, physically demanding lap of the race. And RacerX Virtual Trainer puts you in touch with all the top trainers, great emails that they'll send out to you on fitness and riding and all that. And you can communicate with guys like Coach CG, guys like Coach Rob, who is here over at Moto E next to the showers. It's just a great tool to have in your toolbox, and that's RacerXVT.com. That's the RacerX Virtual Trainer last lap, and she is fit and ready to go. And that is Hannah Hodges, number 16, leading this thing from the drop to the gate. She won staging, she won the riders meeting, she won hot dogs at the concession stand. Nothing you can beat this girl at.
Well, Hodges will take the win. We do have a little bit of a change behind her, though, as Grigoletti looks like she's going to be going for the number 2 position. And Gracie Van Horn, who finished second in Moto number 1, is going to be dropping back to the number 3 spot. Shannon Fleming appears to be holding steadily at the 4th place position. And looks like Carrie Killebrew, who finished 6th in Moto number 1, has moved up a spot into the number 5. And she switched spots with Valentina Galaz in that number, who is now 6th place. She was 5th in Moto number 1. So coming around for checkers here shortly, Jasmine Canfield in the girls 9 to 13-year-old class. Canfield, if I remember, didn't finish as strong in that first moto of the girls 9 to 15-year-old or 9 to 13-year-old class. Look to see that she actually finished 13th in Moto 1, so going 13-1 in that girls 9 to 13 is going to be fairly impressive, I think, with Jordan Jarvis back in the number 2 spot. There it is, checkers. Wow, this is the battle for the number 1 spot in the girls 9 to 13-year-old class as we pick the action up here on RacerTV.com, and you can watch it all unfold. Can Canfield hold on to this one? A 13th place finish in Moto number 1, and she is hoping for a Moto win here. Jordan Jarvis, the number 30, who took the Moto 1 win, is knocking on the door now as we work our way through Storyland now and into that sand wash right in front of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC sweeper turn and through some lap traffic. These riders are going to have to try to work their way, and look at that, having to switch up from one side of the racetrack to the other. The 46 machine of Jasmine Canfield trying to keep that 30 machine at bay, and as tough as it is, she is still able to somehow or another do it through threading needles in that lap traffic now over the Kawasaki Camelback. Look at Canfield work this machine and work through the lap traffic. It's not over yet, my friend.
We're going to bring up third place. Sorry, guys. I know you're going to call that to the end, and I'll bring up our podium finishers. Go ahead, Rodney.
All right, at the 46, we're in the final turn now. Here comes the 30 machine of Jordan Jarvis. Is she going to have it? And the checkers. Wow. That one right there, it looks like that Canfield may have gotten that one. The number 30, though, gets it. According to scoring and timing now, the electronic clock tells us Jordan Jarvis gets that in the last instant. .330 is what it's saying. Canfield will take second place. We head down with Jason Wygant to the podium in the girls 12 to 16-year-old class.
Wow. Thank you, Rodney. Here, we'll come out of the center of the stage. Great run for the Kawasaki rider, number 58. Let's hear it for Gracie Van Horn. Had a good start. You definitely rode your heart out there.
Yeah, I just got pretty tired. I tried as hard as I could, and I got third, so I'm still sitting good, and we'll just work on what I need and hopefully get it on the top of next moto.
All right, good luck with that. Who do you want to thank, Gracie?
Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank God for keeping me safe. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad and my brother for being my mechanic and all my family for coming out. I'd like to thank EBR Performance, Fly Racing, Scott Goggles, FMF, Henson, Black Hills Power Sports, and just everybody else that has helped me out. Thank you.
Let's hear Gracie Van Horn, third place. Here for her. I got to bring up our second place finisher, our silver medalist. And now I got the pronunciation right. Second place, good charge, making it happen. Silver medal for Danielle Grigoletti. Come on down here in the middle, don't be shy. How was the moto? I know you had to make some moves to get to that second place.
Well, I got a really bad start and then had some trouble catching up in the beginning, but I got her.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, Rock River Yamaha, Roost, JMS, Brad from Club 57, Garnet, Fly, Western Power Sports, and that's it.
All right, let's hear for Danielle Grigoletti, second place. Well done, representing the Yamaha Blue Crew. Thank you. And we'll bring up our Moto winner. Gold medal here. And a Bell Helmets whole shot. Here we go. We got a lot of hardware. But she has a lot of experience handling all this. Let's hear it for the Farron Racing Suzuki rider, Hannah Hodges. Another great race for you.
Yeah, it felt good. I knew a lot of the lines from earlier in the day, so I was just trying to get out front and ride a smart race.
Awesome. You made it look good. How's it going in the women's class? I know you're battling for podiums in there, too.
Pretty good. I'm getting good jumps out of the gate and just getting motored, so it's hard to come from the back, but I'm making the best of it and just going to try and get a good start on Saturday and try and run up front as good as I can.
Who do you want to thank, Hannah?
I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus Christ, keep me safe, my mom and dad, and all my family that came out to support me. Farron Racing, Map TV, Lucas Oil, Choya Designs, FMF, Smith, Dunlop, Impulse, MTF, Henson, Radimex, and just anybody else. Thank you, everybody.
There it is, Hannah Hodges, gold medal in the 12 to 16 class. We got to move fast here, and I'm going to bring up our podium finishers in the other division, which is 9 to 13.
Right now, they're not moving any bikes to the podium while Jason Wygant and the folks get things sorted out down there, Kevin Kelly. And I know that I'm sure that Still some question, maybe as close as that race was. They're probably looking at a few things with Jarvis and Canfield there at the finish line, and it looks like they're going with exactly what we saw. The number 30 of Jordan Jarvis's bike going to the top of the podium right there, and Canfield will be credited the second place position now, and we'll head back down with Jason Wygant here at the winner's circle.
Thank you, Rodney. That was a close one down there. They didn't even know who won the moto between Jarvis and Canfield. What a battle. Well, I'll tell you what, this girl's been really strong with the starts this week and a good solid finish. Come on down here to the center. Let's hear it for bronze medalist Jamie Astudillo. Good run, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks. I just tried to stay up and don't fall, and then I had some bike problems towards the end, but I made it on the podium, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah, it's awesome to be up here. Who do you want to thank?
South of the Border, Mad Brothers Racing, ICW Radiators, JJMX, Impulse, Defiance Lifestyle, Risk Racing, Renegade, Moto Hose, Accurate, Owings, Twin Air, the mechanics at SOB, Huff and Chad Watts, the trainers, Mom, Dad, and my brothers, and God.
All right, good stuff. Let's hear it for Jamie Astudillo, your third place finisher. We're going to bring Jasmine Canfield up here for a second. There's been some battling going on in this class. All right, she's rebounding strong from a rough first moto. Let's hear it for Jasmine Canfield with a second place. Hey, first I got to ask about that first moto. You had such a crazy moto win streak coming in here. What happened in that one?
Yeah, well, I was winning. I was 10 seconds out front, and I got sketchy on the second double over there after the 10 Commandments and just flipped, and then I got up and my bike wasn't going. The clutch was stuck in, so, you know, it's not the best year that I've had, but I'm bouncing back, you know, so.
That's all right. How'd this race go? It was a battle.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't the best I could have done, but, you know, Jordan, she's riding good. It's awesome to have some competition and to actually battle with some people. I love it.
All right, good. Who do you want to thank?
You know, I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. Nihilo, KTM, Orange Brigade, Bell Helmets Motorcycle Superstore, Lucas Oil, Impulse Graphics, Scott Goggles, Moto X Compound, Matt Walker there. You go there, you get in shape, and you win. You know, just everyone, thank you.
There it is, Jasmine Canfield taking second place. Good job, Jasmine. And now we'll bring up our moto winner. This was a good one. Come on up, gold medal, and now working on a championship too. Let's hear it for the number 30, Jordan Jarvis. Just tell me what you did right coming into this week, because obviously you're on the gas.
I just tried my best on doing every race, every practice, every workout I did at SOB, and I just had to ride smart and ride the best I could.
And take us through this moto.
I didn't get the best at the start. I was around fifth going around the first corner, and I think Jasmine was around second or third. I just made some quick passes going through the first lap, and I got right up behind Jasmine, and I made a smart pass and got past her. And we just kept battling back and forth, trying to weave through lappers. It's really difficult.
Is it fun to battle like that?
Yeah, it's fun, but it takes a lot out of you.
All right, we'll save something for that last moto. Who do you want to thank, JJ?
I'd like to thank Donnie from Yamaha Blue Crew, Rusty, Brian, O'Neill, Robbie, Tommy from Triangle Cycles, Aaron and Todd from Fox, Joel from FMF, EVO, Jace from Impulse MX, Jimbo from Too Fast MX, GYTR, Rob from Dunlop, Ryan and Mike from South of the Border, Performance MX, Craig from Scott USA, ICW, Dana Pelletier, Dirt Industries, Bottle Run Extreme, Asterix, Liquid Performance, Yamalube, Racer Army, and a special thanks to Mike Burkeen, Richard at Hogcab and MX, the Mill family, and the Verhilly family. Thank you, guys.
There it is, your moto winner. I call her JJ, Jordan Jarvis. That was our double podiums in that class. And we'll send it back up and go racing.